Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Post Crescent's Varsity Roundtable, a weekly look at high school sports in the Fox Valley area and the only live online high school sports talk show in the state. I'm Ricardo Arguello, part of the USA Today Network Wisconsin digital live stream team, and we are here in an amazing high definition at the mothership, the Post Crescent, 306 West Washington Street, downtown Appleton. And this week our focus shifts to wrestling. And look who we have on our show tonight. We're very excited to have two representatives from the top Division I team in the state, the top program in the state, bar none, from the four-time defending state champion in Division I. From the Kaukauna Ghost, we have farthest over to my right, Keaton Kluever. Keaton, there you go. And directly to my right, Zach Lee. Zach.
Hi.
There you go. Guys are on board here to talk about the great season that they've been having, a little bit about the Cheesehead, which happened this past weekend, and also their thoughts moving forward. But before I start, I want to let everyone know we're live and interactive. So we welcome your questions and all that kind of stuff. Got my man Brett Christopherson over there behind the computer who'll get those questions over to us right away. Don't forget about Rosie handling it behind the live stream machine. Again, so just log into that live chat, but give yourself a name. Don't be putting anonymous or guess. Look at these guys. They want to know who's asking these questions. And once you do that, we'll be straight. But like I do before every show, and guys, I'm sorry I'm hurting your game a little bit. Ladies, I know it's tough, but you cannot be asking the guys for numbers or anything like that. Let's just keep it on wrestling, and we'll be just fine, guys. Always got to do that little disclaimer before, because we had girls asking players for numbers. Sorry, Zach. Sorry, no, you can't do it. You guys are on your own for that. But let's get some intros, okay? So I'm gonna start farthest over to my right. So Keaton, let everyone know the weight that you wrestle at and how you got into wrestling. Go ahead, my friend.
Wrestle heavyweight, and my dad basically just got me into wrestling when I was really young. No
choice. No choice at all with his dad. A great wrestling organizer here in the area for Kaukauna. Zach, same thing for you. Go ahead. Let everyone know the weight you wrestle at and how you got into wrestling.
Yeah, I wrestle at 160, and my whole family wrestles, so I just figured I might as well too, and I've loved it ever since.
I was going to say, how many times did you guys, the Lee brothers, just wrestle each other? And we'll talk about this in a little bit, but there's another Lee brother coming up, right?
Yeah.
Coming up through the ranks.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about that in a little bit. But again, if you want to ask these guys any questions, please log into that live chat. Brett will let us know when we get those questions. Oh, he'll get those over to us right away. Let's talk about last season first before this season. You guys were both state qualifiers last year. Keaton, you won the 285 title in an amazing fashion. And you guys also won your fourth consecutive state team title. That's a heck of a season for any time you consider any program, but for you guys to do it like that, and we'll start with Keaton on this fourth consecutive title, man. It really is incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's not something you hear of much. I mean, Rapids did it for I don't know how many years in a row they did it, but I mean, it's unheard of, and it's great to be part of it. Yeah,
Zach, what did you remember? We're talking about the team title first here, but what was that like?
It was amazing. I don't know, it just builds the team together and stuff, and to see all of our hard work throughout the season pay off, it was just amazing.
Now, for those of you who don't remember, that was a heck of a 285 match that you had, man. Walk us through that again, Keith, because I know you have a big smile on your face, but it was one of the more incredible moments that I've ever witnessed as a sports journalist, to see you win that in the end, to throw down, was it Blaze Beltran? Is that talk about it, man. Walk us through that, because that was an exciting moment for you.
I mean, I just kept going at the end of the match and just kept pushing him. Eventually decided to cling on, and I threw him, but definitely craziest match I've ever been part of.
And you guys have had a little bit of a history with each other before that.
Yeah.
Were you actually surprised that you were able to get the throw? Yeah. I mean, that no offense to Blaze, I mean, he's a great wrestler and everything, but to win it in that fashion on a throw, were you shocked?
I mean, at the end of the match, I didn't expect him to wrestle at all, just because he didn't. He had one stall call. I wouldn't have expected him to wrestle, but in that fashion, it was insane. I mean, being able to win a state title with 1 second left, I've never seen it happen before.
All right. Great stuff again here with Kaukauna wrestlers, Keaton Kluever and Zach Lee. Brett, let me know if you have any questions. Oh, you have questions already. Okay, here we go. By the way, guys, billions could be watching. If China's checking in Russia, you guys know. Go ahead. What do you got, Brett?
Hey, we have a big audience watching tonight.
Okay.
So you're right. Star power is here, right? As I look at, and the numbers are still climbing. So good for you guys. But first things first for Keaton, this is from Tar Heel Fan Grant.
Oh, Grant.
Okay.
Keaton, how's the food on campus, right?
Yeah.
And do you plan on bringing your bike for transportation? You got to bring your bike when you go
Those
to
are
college.
actually two great questions, man. Well, we'll get to the bike one first, but yeah, talk about the food, man, because at the college
Yeah,
level,
food, I mean-
yeah, talk about it, man. It's okay because
Food's good. Food's
Yeah.
good. I mean, they got restaurants and stuff like that on campus that you can use your like RAM card or whatever they call it.
Okay, all right.
So I mean, yeah, I mean, food's pretty good there.
Okay. And what about the bike thing? You know,
No,
why?
campus is really small actually.
Oh, it
it's
is?
only
Okay.
it's only like 15 minutes walk across the academic area, so it's
Okay.
a real small campus, not too big for
Okay.
how big of a name it is.
All right, good stuff. Well, great question. Do you have another one there, BC?
I do. This is from number one for both guys. Your favorite place to eat at Madison during state?
These
Talk
are actually
about food
great questions,
questions.
man. I love these food questions. We'll talk to Zach first. So, your favorite place to eat over in Madison?
Honestly, probably noodles.
Noodles and Company.
Everybody
Okay.
loves noodles, yeah.
All right. How about for you, Keaton?
I mean, we don't really eat much when we're down there. I mean, probably Wingstop when I wasn't like competing there, but before, like when
Okay.
I'd watch it, the Wingstop for sure.
Okay.
They got to
All right.
be careful with weight, right?
Oh, you got
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
good, but I just don't want to eat crappy stuff before I go
Right.
wrestle.
Yeah, because you don't want to have stomach issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want
Food
that.
all rolling around there.
No. That's definitely what you don't want. Did you say you had something
So
else,
this was,
Brett?
I think, I'm assuming this is for Keaton from Gable Stevenson. Is that that's
Making
the
this stuff up. This isn't even
that's the
funny.
big wrestler, right?
Yeah,
That's,
Yeah,
it's
from
funny.
Apple Valley.
Yeah.
He ain't
He's
watching.
well, Gable's watching tonight, and wants to
How
know
you say his last name?
what was it like not getting pinned by me in the Cheesehead Finals. You're the first to do that.
I hate
we're
whoever-
going to talk about this match. We might as well talk about it now. And first off, is it Stevenson?
Stevenson. Yeah.
Stevenson.
Yeah, pound for pound, he's described as the best wrestler in the nation at the high school level and amateur. And in terms of going, I mean, this guy has a bright future ahead of him, and he apparently knows it too, that he has a bright future ahead of him.
Very proud of himself.
Yeah, very proud of himself. So, what do you say to that, Keaton? And let's just talk about the match right away. That was a 25 final at the Cheesehead.
Yeah.
A lot of people were interested in this matchup. So,
Yeah.
talk about that a little bit, because obviously at the level that he's at, and you're also a D1 college recruit. Looking forward to that one, right?
I think it was just I wrestled him earlier in the year and I got
Okay.
pinned in like a minute something.
Okay.
So like, I think it was just huge improvement, showing like I could still compete with him even though he's the best wrestler in the world at our weight class, and just showing that I could still compete with him. And so, I mean, it wasn't like I was gonna beat him, but I showed like improvement from getting pinned in a minute to going all 6 minutes and scoring points and frustrating them. And
Talk about the frustrating part of it, because
Yeah,
let's just say he pawed at you a
Yeah,
couple
I mean-
of times, and and Keaton got a couple of points off of that
yeah,
too.
I mean, he was upset, but I was
Yeah.
liking it. I mean, I told him to keep bringing it when we got back to the center.
There you
he
go.
He wasn't too happy. He was getting real mad. I don't know. It was funny.
Man, this is something that's interesting. Man, that's good stuff. Good questions too from online. Thanks for checking in, by the way, Gable.
Yeah.
So you got something else,
He's
Brett?
going to wrestle at Minnesota. His brother's
Yes.
there, and Apple Valley. They got a lot of good athletes. The Jones
Yeah.
brothers for basketball.
Yeah,
Both of them going to
basketball.
Duke, or one is now plays with the Timberwolves. So Jim Leahy is chiming in with a question. Keaton, I heard you listen to Britney Spears before matches to get
is
in the
that
zone.
right?
Is this
Nothing's
true?
wrong.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Britney
Aw,
Spears.
dude, that would have been a great,
Yeah, come
great
on.
tidbit.
Yeah, it definitely would be great, especially when she's bald. But no, definitely not true. Don't listen to Britney Spears.
Okay, but what do you listen to, my friend?
Usually don't. Psychs me up too much.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's kind of a question we can ask for both of you. Are you listening to Spears? Do you listen to little old Lady Gaga? What are you listening to before?
No, I don't listen to Britney Spears. Lady Gaga, maybe.
Okay. All right. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. He likes the more edgier stuff.
Yeah.
Well, let's keep them coming because we got some for Zach here too. Here's one for both though from Rick Herron. Actually, this is a comment to Zach and Keaton. I'm coming for you with the cold water bucket in the locker room. Payback is coming. So
Did you guys get him on that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about that. Describe the scenario. What
No,
happened? there?
we were just having fun. There was a bucket going around, and he was like, "What is that?" And then everybody was just dumping it around. It was fun.
Just freezing cold water.
Yeah, it was
boy.
hilarious.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Good stuff. He's coming for you now, though. Gauntlet's laid down. You got something else, BC?
Yeah,
for
big,
Zach, you said?
big ears for Zach. Doesn't Zach have a famous YouTube channel?
No. Oh boy. No.
Boy, there's a lot of
Something
behind
going
the
on
scenes
here.
thing here, man, with this team. I like it. All right. Did you have something else too, Brett?
Zach from Kaukauna Wrestler, do you prefer Call of Duty or Rainbow Six Siege?
Call of Duty by far.
All right, I thought you were going to say Fortnite or something like that. Brett, did you have anything else?
Low Smith 103. Zach, what's your favorite move on the feet? There's a wrestling question for you.
I'd have to say the inside trip, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't you show us with Ricardo?
No. I have a bad shoulder. Well, we can. That's another good question that we can ask of you as well. I mean, on the feet.
Probably high single.
Okay.
That's what you call it. Yeah.
All right, Brett. Can I? Oh, go ahead.
One more, because then we'll all be caught up. But number one, I'm not sure what this means, but what does it feel like to get tech-falled by Ty in video games? What's that all about? Who's Ty? Ty Montgomery?
Ty's my brother, so.
Oh, yeah, Tylee. Okay.
I don't know what it means to get tech-falled in video games, though.
He's pretty bad at video games.
Okay. All right. I'm not sure what that means either, but good question.
All right, we're all caught up.
Well, both made both of you guys. Let's talk about the Cheesehead a little bit. Both of you guys made the championship of the Cheesehead. Obviously, we just talked about you losing to Stevenson, but for Zach, you actually wrestled up, and I talked to Coach McDaniel yesterday. He talked about how you wrestled up at 170. What was that experience like? And talk about winning that big moment for you, I'm sure, winning that title.
Yeah, it was definitely different wrestling at 170 and 160. Everyone was bigger. Everyone was coming down from a bigger weight class. So I was definitely a lot smaller than everyone.
Okay.
But winning the Cheesehead was a really good feeling. It was very satisfying knowing that I was the first one since Robert, or the last one since Robert to win the Cheesehead. So it was just really nice to actually get it over with.
Outstanding, good stuff, Brad. One more thing, and let's get the family part of it out there, because obviously the Lee family has had great success over the last few years. All your brothers, and then we got the little guy coming up. That's gonna. I mean, he's the final one, right? I mean, you guys have another one.
We have another one.
Wow! There's another one coming. Oh boy. It's just like, I got it coming, man. But yeah, talk about that. First off, I mean, you guys have had great success, your brothers, over the last couple of years. I think Robert's the oldest, right?
Yeah.
So talk about that, and growing up in a family like that, where basically you guys, right out of the womb, you guys are wrestling each other. You guys are trying to do some takedowns.
Yeah, definitely. Me and my two older brothers, we definitely all wrestled all the time together, beat up on each other.
Right.
And now that we have the younger one, we all definitely take turns just beating him up, getting him tougher and stuff.
And I was going to say this because I remember his mom. We've encountered your mom, and then she was talking about, and she would always like post photos on Facebook. I remember, and you guys were all around your little brother, though. I mean, you talk about kind of throwing him around, but you guys love the little guy, and you guys are really making sure that he's on the right path in terms of wrestling, right?
Oh yeah. For sure.
Okay. All right. Hey, Brett, let me know when you have another question for me.
I do have one. I don't know if I want to ask it. It's for Keaton.
Is it for Keaton? All right.
It's for Keaton. It's from Culver's Lover. So I'm not sure what that is, but I'm not supposed to ask this, Ricardo, but I'm going to anyway. Keaton, who's your prom date? I'm putting you on the spot.
I don't know. I'm gonna be gone already, so we'll see. Maybe I'll come back for prom. We'll see.
Okay. All right. Look at these.
I wish I knew.
Maybe it's somebody
it cool.
Maybe somebody from Culver's. I don't know.
Keeping it cool. Yeah.
Hey, as long as I can get Culver's for free, I'm down.
Get a few Butterburgers in
That's
there.
all it takes. Yeah. All right. Good stuff. Really, Brett, you got something else?
Let's do it. Posted by 32. Who's your favorite partner to practice with? There you go. That's a good question.
All right. We'll start here with Zach and go to Keaton on that.
Does this mean like throughout my entire wrestling career, or just like this year?
Do you want to keep it this year, or?
Yeah, this year, since it's the current team.
Probably Harrison Brooks.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just we wrestle kind of similar, and we just move around a lot, I guess.
Okay. How about you?
Well, sometimes I'll practice with coaches, but sometimes I'll practice with Tony Montalvo. So.
Okay.
I mean, that's who I practice with.
Okay. You guys ever kind of just practice at all?
No, not since 8th grade.
8th grade was the year. That was the last time. Okay,
gotcha. All right, Brett, you have something
I'm wondering, does Coach ever get in there and just kind of take somebody on?
He's kicking Zach's butt.
Yeah, the other night.
Yeah, he's just beating him up.
Still got it. Yeah, that's for sure.
Just want to prove a point that he still has a little bit.
Lay down the law a little bit. You got something else?
Here's a great question, actually, from number one. What makes being part of Kaukauna Wrestling special? That's a great question.
Premier program right now in the state. You guys have proved it over and over again the last 4 times. The last 4 years, I should say. So, what's it like, Keaton, wrestling for a program that is the platinum program in the state?
It's just extremely special. I mean, I've been in it since I was like 3 years old. So, just coming through like all the boosters and stuff like that. I mean, it's just extremely special because it's something I've dreamed of ever since I was little. I'd go up, watch the duels when I was like in elementary school. I was like, I want to be part of that team. And now that we've reached like the max point in the state, and now we're winning state titles, it's pretty special to be able to carry that stuff on.
Okay, and how about for you, Zach?
Like Keaton said, just growing up in this program, seeing like my brothers and everything work hard in it and everything, and see them build like what we are now, and then being able to be part of it, it's just a great feeling.
Wow. And you guys got the bling for it too, right? You guys got the rings.
Yeah, I didn't bring them.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine and everything, but I think that's cool when you win 4.
I do too.
You get a 5th one. I mean, obviously they can't, but I think that's just amazing to get 4 rings. Incredible. Brett, did you have something else?
Yeah, Lowsmith 103. Actually, they just talked about 8th grade, but who used to win between you guys when you wrestled in the 8th grade?
Well, I don't mean to brag.
I don't know. It was iffy. He was probably better than me then.
Oh, he was a late bloomer, though. You know.
He was probably better than me.
Okay.
He'd get his lucky half every once in a while.
Lucky half.
All right, great stuff again here with Kaukauna wrestlers Keaton Kluever and Zach Lee. If you have any questions, please get them in. We're coming up to the halfway point of the show. Brett, if you don't mind, I'm going to start doing some promos. Got to pay the bills, guys, so let me take a 30. First off, Keaton, are you a Packer fan?
Yeah.
How about you, Zach?
Oh, yeah.
Can't stand him, Bears fan. But I did co-host a Packer show this past year with that guy over there, Brett Christopherson, and don't forget about Rosie. He was producing the show. What was our 9th season, Brett? How many episodes? 220 episodes. I wasn't part of all of them. More like, what, 200 maybe? 190 or so?
Something like that. But
something like that.
Yeah.
Doesn't
matter.
matter.
About you, Ricardo.
I know, exactly. It's always about me, but let me tell you. We had Ty Montgomery was our guest, I guess our Packer host. During the last 2 years. He won't be back, though, next year. And we're working hard, though, Brett, right, to secure our next Packers guest. But best Packer show around. We give away a whole lot of prizes at the end of the year. We do a lot of fun stuff during the show. So if you can, please come on down. It starts up again in August, our 10th season, the award-winning Packer Show Clubhouse Live. Get to meet all your favorite Packers. Who's your favorite Packer, Keaton?
Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, been on the show a couple times.
Aaron Rodgers.
Been on the show a couple times. But yeah, great stuff, and always a great time. So all your favorite Packers, and it's free, Brett, am I right? The best part of it all, it is free. So please come on down, starting up again late August. Twitter. This is a chance for you guys to get out your Twitter account. I talked about it early because I sent out a promo shot here. But Keaton, go ahead. Because all the ladies want to know what your Twitter account.
Keaton Kluever, just capitalize both Ks.
At Keaton Kluever, that's right. And how about for you, Zach?
At FVE_wrestler.
Okay. All right. Again, I'm at PC Ricardo. Don't forget about Brett at PC Brettsy. Rosie at Metal Rosie. And that is the best stuff. Let me tell you, when you put down Beltron, I knew I was tweeting that out right away. He just won in incredible fashion. That's the kind of up-to-date stuff I can do on Twitter. If you're not able to make the event, follow me. I will try to keep you in the know in terms of what's going on. Podcast, we talked about you on our podcast. You know we have a podcast, the only one that I know of that's dedicated to high school sports in the Valley here. That's the R&B show that comes to you every Wednesday at noon on Facebook.com/PostCrescent. And on live stream as well, just go to postcrescent.com at the same time. Or, you guys got iPhones, right? Mm-hmm. Go to iTunes, look up the R&B show. You'll see our little logo. We don't have it here, but you'll see Ricardo Arguello. Download it and become a subscriber. Every Wednesday we talk about you guys because we love talking about you guys, all right? We talked about you guys specifically this past episode too. So please check it out, the R&B show. Shout-outs into the show. Please don't forget about anybody. I don't want to get you guys in the doghouse, okay? So make sure you remember who you're going to send some love out today. Well, usually I do go farthest to my right, but you know what, Keaton? I'll start with Zach this time, all right? Just to kind of mix it up a little bit. But, all right, yeah, check it out. Second half of the show. Brett, let's start off with an online question because I know you got a bunch over there, don't you?
I do. They're coming in fast and furious. Let's go with Connor Lamer. Zach, have you ever wrestled on your birthday?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Why wouldn't he wrestle on his birthday? Well, you got another one, Brett?
Ozzy wants to know, who's your favorite brother?
Ozzy wants to know that? My favorite brother. Oh, boy. It's going to cause drama.
Here we go.
Let's go with Dalton. Dalton.
Maybe Dalton.
All right, Brett, you got something else?
Let's keep them coming. Okay. Rick Herron. Zach, why do they call you Stinky? And Keaton, why do they call you Chucky?
You want to go first?
Sure.
The Chucky one's a good one, though. Yeah, I remember this.
I had a Chuck Liddell haircut. He was the UFC fighter, and then Monchik just called me Chucky all the time, so now that's all he calls me.
Yeah, that's a good...
Chuck or Chucky. Yeah.
That's right. Good stuff. And how about for you, Stinky?
Freshman year, I used to come in early and run before duels so I can get my weight off. And one time, I left one of my socks in the back of our coach's truck, and it got sat there for a good week, and then it just stunk up. And my dad called me Stinky in front of him, and it just stuck ever since.
Yeah. That's a good story. That's great. Awesome. Great stuff. Brett, did you have something else?
Yeah. Number one wants to know what would you tell a parent that is starting their kid in wrestling?
There you go.
You're talking to the parents now. Here.
Okay. All right. And you guys want to start? You want to start on this?
Just definitely follow the program Kaukauna has set in place right now. I mean, we're proving it right now. We're one of the best teams in the state. So if you follow that process, I think we'll get you there, top of the heap.
Okay, Zach.
I think it's a good idea to put them in for sure for wrestling because I think it teaches more than just a sport. It teaches also like life skills and everything.
Okay. Now, how much are you guys involved with the lower grade? You cannot have a program as good as yours without direct involvement from the varsity guys on down.
Yeah.
So Keaton, and we'll go to Zach in this as well. Talk about that.
Like, we'll go to practices every once in a while after our practices, like Phantoms, which is I think 2nd through 4th maybe, and Caspers, which is like preschool to
Caspers. You getting all this, man? Great
so
stuff.
we sometimes we'll go to that stuff, or in the summer, Maciek runs little camps on Mondays, and he tells all the guys on the wrestling team come help out these kids so we can, just the interactions between us and just helping them learn the moves because we should know them a little bit better than them, but just to help those kids out, get the interaction.
Yeah, Zach, what's that been experience like? These guys love you, don't you, those little guys?
Oh, yeah. Definitely, like during, like, break and stuff, we'll also have, like, the middle schoolers come up so I can get, like, a feeling of the wrestling room, what their environment they're going to be into and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good stuff, great stuff. And that's how you build a winning program. You got to start them young, keep them on through, and keep everyone involved. Brett, do you have something from online?
Piggybacking off that, Rob Lee wants to know what is the best advice then you can give to the middle school wrestlers who are coming up?
Yeah,
some of those kids probably a little intimidating, I would think.
I would think so, but as a friend, there's been some key freshmen that have been contributors, so you got to be ready to go. Am I right? So your thoughts on that, Zach?
Okay, I'd definitely say just keep working at it and definitely listen to your coaches. Like, they know what they're talking about. They're not crazy.
Would you say the same thing?
Basically, follow the program. We have it set so that you'll be ready to go out and compete on a varsity schedule as a freshman. So just follow that process.
Fail-proof, basically. You've seen it over and over again. Hey, let's talk about the tournaments again. We were talking about this before, about the great tournaments that you guys go to that really kind of get you guys ready for the postseason here in Wisconsin. So we'll go to Keaton on this and go to Zach. But how much does that help? Because it's funny thing is. You guys take some losses along the way, but that's a build-up for something special at the end, right?
Yeah, it's definitely. You're not going to see that out of many teams in the state, so we're definitely battle-tested coming into. Like, our guys will come in, and last year, for example, or 2 years ago, Diener came in with like maybe 15 losses at the state tournament, but he's also a kid who's 50-2, goes out there and pins them right away.
Yeah,
it just shows that our schedule keeps us battle-tested and ready for when we need to. Excel in February, March, we're going to do that.
That's right. No tomato cans here. These guys are wrestling best of the best. Zach, talk a little bit more about that, too.
Yeah, definitely our schedule is a lot tougher this year, too, than it's ever been. And I think that with the more tough competition we get, like, our records don't really define us. Like, the more, like, we get beat up on and stuff, the more we work, like, I feel like it helps us get towards the end of the season.
All right, great stuff. Again, here at Keaton Kluever and Zach Lee, Kaukauna Wrestling. If you have any questions, you guys got to get them in right now because we're wrapping up the show somewhat soon. Brett, I know you have more. Look at this. This is pretty active online.
Again, big crowd watching both on Facebook.
There you go. Yeah. See, Keaton's doing some good PR work for you guys right now.
Ellie Rose for Keaton. Who's your favorite daycare kid?
Ellie, then, if Ellie's asking the question.
What's that all about?
It's Coach McDaniel's little daughter. So she's a little baby, and so yeah, my mom runs a daycare, so.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, cool stuff. All right, great. You have another question?
Chris McDaniel, very busy, of course, the athletic director as well, so he's got a lot on his plate. Jim Leahy, Keaton, talking about that Chucky haircut. Is it going to come back this year? They want to see it.
See it one more time?
The ladies like my hair both ways, so I guess I could.
There you go. You can't lose. This can't lose. All right, Brett, you have something else?
Well, this is interesting. John Diener is watching the show tonight.
Oh, is he?
John Diener. Yeah, you look like you're kind of confused there, but John.
There's a John Diener for.
No, it's probably our team. Yeah,
it's not the basketball John Diener. Okay, I see Diener and I'm thinking hoops, but were you successful right away in wrestling, or did it take some time? It's a good question.
That is a great question. Let's start with Zach here, then go to Keaton.
Okay, for me, it definitely took a lot of time.
Okay.
And whenever my dad brings up stories he'll still tell you that I was the worst wrestler in our family for the first couple of years.
Okay.
So it definitely took time.
Interesting. How about for you, Keaton?
Me as well. It took me forever to get good. I was so big that I didn't really wrestle kids very much. Like, there was very little kids that were my size at the time, so like I wasn't wrestling anybody good. Okay. And then I got to middle school, and I was just garbage. And all of a sudden, it just clicked. 8th grade year, I started just wrestling harder, and then success came along once I got up in the high school.
There you go. And Zach, talk a little bit about having your brother set a pretty high bar there. Your brother Robert being a 3-time state champ and then barely missing a fourth one too. How much does that? Was that something that that you aspired to be, or did you see that kind of like as a challenge, or how did you look at it?
At first, I took it as a lot of pressure.
Okay.
But I definitely think that like it motivates me definitely because I definitely want to break like their records and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I think it's like a motivational factor now.
Okay, all right, good stuff. Brett, did you have anything else from online?
How did you guys stay with it though? If you were not good right away, why did you keep at it? How did you?
Yeah, they had no choice, right?
That was it. Huh?
Dad, Scott, and Robin, like, you ain't getting out of this.
Yeah.
You ain't getting out of this.
Not fun for a long time, but now it's good.
All right, Brett, let me ask a quick question about rituals and superstitions. Do you guys do anything special? We're kind of kidding around about the music stuff, but Keith, do you do anything specific to get ready?
Not that I can think of. I mean, usually don't listen to music because I get too pumped up, but that's probably it. I don't really listen to music. Probably joke around with friends, basically.
So you like keeping cool. You don't want to get too fired up. That's an interesting take, Brett, because isn't that a little bit is a little bit opposite of what most people, I mean, when did you start doing that? When did you find that worked for you?
Probably 2 years ago. I
Okay.
think. I just, we started joking around on the team more, and I went out and started wrestling better. I'm, not getting so nervous, so that was the problem I was having was my nerves. So just having more fun and free, it was good.
There you go. There's many different ways to do it. And how about for you, Zach? Now, what are you doing? Do you do anything specific?
Well, whenever I wrestle, now I wrestle with one white sock and one black sock.
Really?
I don't
Why
know,
is that?
My Robert's always done it for sure.
Okay.
And I just started doing it, and now I feel like I can't wrestle a tournament without it. I don't know. It's weird.
Okay. No, I wouldn't say it's weird, but
you go with an orange and black sock, right?
No, they
colors
want
in there.
black. I mean, there's not WIA rules on that, though, is there?
Well, there probably is.
Who never know. I know they don't let the basketball players wear certain colors underneath
it's
and whatever. It's getting too silly. Brett, did you have something from online?
Yeah, number one, what is your mental mindset going into a match? What are you thinking about?
What are you thinking about, Zach?
I think I'm really confident going into the matches. I think that I know that if I get my attacks off, my offense off, that I think I can do well. I just know I just can't be slow and stuff.
How about for you, Keith?
Yeah, just definitely getting to my stuff, but my better match, I just went out there in kind of a blank mindset where I haven't been thinking of much. So I mean, that's kind of, it's better if I'm not thinking about stuff probably for me.
Okay, now I'm going to ask a question quick about what they're doing first because I don't want to forget about this. Keaton, going to North Carolina to compete. Why did North Carolina fit for you? What were you looking there? Obviously, an incredible opportunity for you.
Yeah.
Why UNC?
I think the training opportunity there, the coaches, I think, are top notch. Okay. And we're a team on the rise. That the recruiting classes we've been getting in there, top 5 past 3 years. Okay. So I think we're definitely on the rise and great education there. Okay. So just top-notch wrestling and education.
All right. And for Zach, I know you're still a little bit unsure about what's going to happen for you at the next step, but are you looking at some schools? Is that something that you want to do?
Yeah, I definitely want to go on and wrestle in college yet. The thing for me is I just didn't want to commit until after season. I wanted to make sure all my focus was on the season.
Okay. All right, good stuff. But I forgot to ask, any early majors for you, Keaton?
I was thinking about double majoring in business and then political science.
Okay, all right. And Zach, is that something that you're thinking about right now?
No,
undeclared.
Undeclared.
There you go. All right, you got time, my friend. Brett, you have something else quick from online?
Luke wants to know who is the best, maybe we've already addressed this, but best pound-for-pound wrestler out of all of the Lee boys. Maybe it's the little one. You never know. Pound for pound.
I don't know. So here you go. It's a lot of pressure on you to.
There's a lot of pressure. I know a lot of people want me to say Robert, but I'm gonna say Ty on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can stop his front head.
Okay. All right.
Defense. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good question. Great question. Good online audience. I want to give you guys some kudos for that. My last question before we do the shout out. Your greatest sports memory, and is it basically the championship for you?
I think it's got to be the whole. Actually, there's 3 moments that are probably tied. It's last year, individual and team, probably just because the way it ended. I think you couldn't go any better way out with winning individual save that way and then sealing the deal, basically, and getting that pin in the duel against Stoughton. And my sophomore year when we beat Stoughton by 2, I mean, just...
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I remember that.
Yeah, it was one of the best feelings ever.
That's
the only time I've ever cried out of happiness. So.
Wow. Your photo that they put up in the room, is that with you with our shots, I remember?
I don't remember whose shot it is.
What is the one shot of you with your both hands outstretched? Okay, yeah, that was a great shot I remember that we had of you guys. So yeah, how about for you, Zach, your greatest sports memory?
it'd have to be between probably our 4th team state title and this Cheesehead championship match.
Okay, all right. Pretty good ones right there. Brett, are we done with online?
Well, there's a comment from Christy Veldman. As a parent of a young wrestler, thank you for being such great role models. That's very nice.
That is very nice. Congratulations. Oh, one more thing I wanted to ask. Sorry, I'm kind of extending the show a little bit. Talk about real quick, people who don't know, how crazy is that individual wrestling state tournament, man? What's that like, Keaton? And then we'll get your thoughts on that too, Zach. It's a zoo. Believe me, I used to be actually kind of intimidated when I first started covering it, but now I'm so used to it, but it still gets crazy.
Yeah,
there.
It definitely takes time to get used to, but I mean, it's a great atmosphere. I mean, everybody's in there with the state. I mean, you just see it by semifinals. The whole place is packed, and I mean, it's a struggle because of all the security and stuff like that. It's not like you can just go grab your bag and go, but I mean, it's definitely a crazy atmosphere. Nothing like the barn, but it's crazy atmosphere.
Championship Saturday, though, right?
That's insane.
That is insane. How about for you, Zach? For people who don't know, how would you describe it?
I would say my freshman year, I thought it was like super breathtaking, like scary. But once you get used to it, it's like it's just intense, and it's a good atmosphere to be around.
Okay. All right. Great stuff again here. Gonna do our shout outs now. So Rosie, show them the camera that we're looking at right there. All right. So we're gonna start with Zach. No. We're starting with Zach. We're gonna do one of these things here. So go ahead, Zach.
Oh God. All right. I'm gonna shout out my family, my dad, Robert, Ty, Peyton, Maddie, Lucas, Dalton, Kate, Mason, Landon, my dog Ozzy for always eating my shoelaces, and then Zach Schakowsky, Dom Quella, and Brandon Vincendo.
Okay.
Wow, that was a lot.
That's a good one. He didn't forget anybody.
I had to make sure.
Could you do that again?
Keaton, go ahead, my friend.
Just like to thank my family, my 2 brothers, Alex and Zach, sister Carly, and mom and dad. And Coach Pearson, Coach Wallace always working with me, and then shout out to Murr, you're welcome.
Okay, there you go. My shout out goes out to Coach Monchik because we were able to get these guys in. Really happy to do that after the Cheesehead and everything wanted to do that. So like last year, Brett, we had them on twice. So you're going to have to have them on them again. So I'll talk to Coach about that as well and making sure we get them represented.
Get the whole
again.
team in here.
I might have to get the whole team in here, especially if they win that 5th title. Are you kidding me? But I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but let's talk about that as my last question, guys. And I know, Keaton, that championship is there and you want to repeat. For you, Zach, you want to be able to get up there on the podium and be champion as well. How is that all going to unfold? Are we going to see that happen, man? I mean, I'm putting you on the spot because that's what I do, Keaton.
That's the plan. I mean, we work every day, and that's our ultimate goal. We wrote our goals down yesterday. Both of us wrote down we want to be state champs. We want to be team state champs, and I think we're following the process, and I think we got a chance.
All right, incredible. How about for you?
Yeah, I definitely think that's a possibility for both of us right now. Okay. I definitely think if we just keep working hard like we have been, I think it's going to happen.
Okay. Good stuff. Again, I want to send a big thank you again to Keaton Kluever and Zach Leaf from Kaukauna Wrestling for being on the big show. Thank you so much again to you guys. And don't forget, thank you again to Brett Christopherson and to Jim Rosadek for helping out, putting together this show. And thank you to the guys again. They didn't get nothing. Todd Clark, WIA. I know you're watching. I don't even give them water, so their amateur status is intact. Again, I'm Ricardo Arguello, part of the USA Today Network Wisconsin digital live stream team. Check us here again. Brett, by the way, next Wednesday, I already got our guests lined up. It is going to be Kimberly girls basketball here on the big show. Lena Hampton and Lawrence Smith. So
keeping that K-Town thing going.
Yeah, kind of keeping the K-Town thing going. Right?
Who is the real K-Town?
There you go. These guys don't take a backseat to anyone. But yeah, next week again, Kimberly girls basketball. So until next Wednesday, everyone have a great week, and we'll see you back here next Wednesday for another edition of the Roundtable.